So a while back I posted a video of 5 modifications you can do for your Tacoma for around $500. And in that video I asked you guys to vote on which modification I should buy for my truck. Well, the Baja Squadron's won, so in this video I'm going to install and review the Baja Squadron SAEs. So I chose the SAE version of the Squadrons, which I will have linked in the description below, because I like to run my fog lights pretty much all the time. If my headlights are on, I typically have the fog lights on. And that's just because I really like the gaps that it fills in the road for me that the headlights kind of miss. So I wanted to make sure I was running something that was street legal. The reason I didn't get the sports is because of a Taco Twan's video, actually. They installed sports on their truck, and it washed out reflective signs. Like, you couldn't see what was on the sign at all. So after seeing that, I was like, no, that's not what I want on my truck. So that's why I chose to go with the SAE. So right now I'm gonna walk you guys through the install, and then I'll go over my review.
Here they are. Ooh.
Okay, so I just finished with the passenger side, and honestly, that install was pretty much as easy as swapping a bulb. It was so simple and straightforward. There's one screw. It was too easy, so I'm gonna walk you guys through it now. First thing we gotta do is put these tabs on the light. So when you install this, the Baja design is the top of the light, and then this longer side goes towards the inside of the vehicle. So this is the driver's side, to follow the curve of the bumper coming towards the tire. So we gotta get these installed. These are the little tabs that the light swings into, and these go on the inside. So this one's gonna go right here, like that, like I said, on the inside of the thing. The other side, the top of this is where the screw goes to actually hold it to the truck, and that's gonna go like this. There we go. Now it's mounted up and ready to go in the truck. All right, so I'm also gonna set up the plug that comes with the kit. So it has the 2 wires. This side connects to the truck. This side's gonna connect to the Squadrons. So ground is black on this, and then brown is gonna be your lead. So what you wanna do is basically plug in the plug, because it only goes one way. So it'll be like that. And then you're gonna follow the wires. You can see the black and white wires going into it. So line up the black with the black, and the brown with the white. So it's gonna go in like this. We're just gonna shove those in there, and then close that. So the wire is set up now. All you need to do is plug it in the truck. And I already checked this on my passenger side, so I know for a fact this is correct. As far as filming is concerned, this is gonna be a little bit harder to see, but I wanted to show you guys, you don't have to go in from the inside of the wheel well. You can do it from the top of the truck and not have to take anything apart at all. I did that on the passenger side, and it took me maybe 5 minutes to get everything done. You have easy access without having to take anything apart. So I'm gonna try and show you it from the top.
You can see it a little bit better. That's the fog light there, and you can see that screw head right there. That's what has to come off. That's the only thing holding the fog light in. So I'm gonna remove that real quick.
So I have the fog light out. Those slots right there are where the tabs go into. And then, so you put those in, you put the tabs in the slots first, and then on this side, which is a little bit harder to see, you can see where that screw goes. Right there. I can't point to it. Both my hands are busy. But that's all there is to it. So
So this is how it sits in the truck. Slide the tabs in, then this is gonna come forward, and you put the screw on the top right hole. Before you tighten this screw on the back, come up front and make sure this is lined up properly. So there you go. You shouldn't be able to see that ring anywhere from the outside. It should be flush everywhere. So there, it's even now, so I'm gonna go tighten it up. Both installed now.
So I've been running the Squadrons for about a month now, and I love them. They light up the road plenty. They're plenty bright, but they're not bright enough to piss off other drivers. I haven't gotten flashed once. I've gotten no kind of complaints or dirty looks or anything like that. They seem to be very acceptable by other drivers on the road. The Baja Designs Squadron SAEs are certified and legal for street use, which is why I bought them. They are just under 2,500 lumens, and if you get the white lights, they're 5,000 Kelvin. I chose to get the amber though because they cut through the fog better, and we tend to get a lot in Washington. Although, not in the lead up of filming this video, because I was really trying to get some fog clips, but it never happened. Having just installed the Cali-Raised ditch lights that I have up there you go, you can tell there's definitely a quality difference between, you know, a budget kind of light and the Baja Designs. The Baja Designs, the finish is way better. It just feels there's a bit more weight to it in your hand. Weight doesn't always necessarily mean quality, but I think in this case it does. You can just tell they're a lot better, and they're gonna last longer. The finish, if it was exposed to direct sunlight, I feel like would hold up a lot better than the Cali-Raised are going to. I think by this summer those things are gonna be pretty oxidized, pretty washed out. But not to diss the Cali-Raised, because I love them. They do a great job of lighting up the trails, and for where they are, I did want cheap ones because that's a pretty common spot for lights to get stolen, so I wanted them to be cheap to replace. But either way, the Squadrons are definitely higher quality. I like the ambers on even when it's not foggy, because it seems to make things stand out in the road more, a bit more than when I was running just the white fog lights. I had 6,000 Kelvin lights in there before. I haven't, that I can remember, heard anyone mention that, so I don't know if I'm unique in that way or if that's a common experience, but things definitely seem to stand out a bit more in the road, branches or potholes and stuff like that. For whatever reason, they just stand out a lot better with the fog lights on in amber as opposed to in white. I love the look of them on the truck as well. You guys can see them on in the background. It just makes the front of the truck look so good, kind of menacing in a way. I love the look of the amber, which is kind of funny because I wasn't a huge fan of the amber on other trucks prior to getting it. It's just never something that I really liked that much. Then I have them on my truck now, and I'm just like, yeah, that looks really good. The only real complaint I have with them is the coverage. These are supposed to be the wide ones, but I don't feel like they're as wide as even my factory fog lights. My factory fog lights were brighter, actually, because I put the Auxbeam FS2 bulbs in them. I definitely got flashed by multiple people with those in there. Those were very bright. But they seem to be wider as well. They seem to kind of cover, you know, further out to the side than these do, which I was pretty bummed about. That was the first thing I noticed when I drove with these in the dark. But I've kind of gotten used to them. They don't need to be super wide, really, if you're on the street. So, but that's kind of my only complaint, is they're not quite as wide as coverage as I would have liked. So the next thing is the price. If you get these from Baja Designs or even Tacoma Beast, I don't think they're discounted at all. With the ones specific for the Tacoma, the Tundra, or the 4Runner, they're $430 for the SAE version. I got them from a third-party seller off Amazon for $375. And even then, I think that's a lot for lights, in my opinion. They are incredibly well built, like I was saying, so I think the longevity of the lights will justify the cost, but initially, that's just such a big price tag. Despite the cost, I would definitely recommend these lights. The install was easy, the wiring and the lights themselves are super high quality, and Baja Designs is a name that you can trust. Like, I know these lights are gonna last because they've lasted for everyone else that's put them on their trucks. That said, Diode Dynamics I think is coming for Baja Designs, and they're making some great products from what I've heard. They make a direct bolt-in replacement for the fog lights for the Tacomas, Tundras, and 4Runners as well, and they're priced closer to $300. I know nothing about Diode Dynamics or how long they've been around or anything, but from everything that I've heard so far, they're quality products. But if you want to get a name you know you can trust, Baja Designs are the way to go. So anyways, if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Hoping to get off-roading this weekend if my wife lets me out of the house. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.